Hi.
Hi.
It's great to see you again.
You too.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm really good. How were your holidays?
They were awesome. I got to spend time with my kids and my grandkids and just get a chance to relax and get ready for the busy holiday season.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
How was yours?
Amazing. Got to see some family out from out of state, and it was really good seeing them and seeing a lot of family members you don't get to see that often. But have you started your Christmas shopping for all your kids? And
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
It's hard to balance the store and do all my own shopping, but we're getting there.
I don't doubt it. Are you a Husker fan?
I am.
You are?
Yes.
How did you feel about the game on Friday?
It was a heartbreaker.
Oh, for sure.
So.
For sure. Are you the type of person that kind of screams at the TV and?
Yep.
Just
ready for Scott to turn things around.
Yeah, we're all patiently waiting. But well, that's great to hear that you had a great holiday season, and with Christmas right around the corner, I'm sure you'll have a good time with that too. I just kind of wanted to set this meeting up so we could, refresh on that plan we talked about our last meeting. Just to refresh, we talked about a vision for your store and setting up a new plan to maybe increase your sales and help some of the problems that you were facing. With that, before I get going into anything, do you have any questions, or is there anything specific that you were wanting to learn today?
I'm really interested in getting this going before the start of 2020,
Absolutely.
just because I'm tired of seeing my sales so stagnant, and I really want to start working towards being able to pass my business down to my kids.
Yeah.
So I think the start of the new year is a great time to kickstart it. I'm not totally sure that I can make a decision today, but I'm really interested to hear what you have to say. I
absolutely.
think just hearing your presentation will be great.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. Like, take your time. If you can't make a decision today, that's no problem at all. I definitely agree with you, though, that before the start of the year to have a decision would be probably beneficial for you, just so we can get that plan either finalized or figure out some other way to help you.
Yeah.
So our objectives today, I just need to know what you need and what you want from us. And how we can benefit you going forward. I just want to help you accomplish your goals overall and hear what you have to say about that. I want to show you how we can help you and what we've kind of put together to transform your store to work best for Bob's Sporting Goods and how to benefit you in particular. I want to address all questions or concerns that you have at this time, and of course any that you have following. And I want to just create a possible trial package if you don't want to jump in the full thing right away, or if that would help you make a decision or whatnot, and potentially set up another meeting just to kind of clear things over before the beginning of the year.
Great.
So that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I also just kind of want to hear how things have been going since the last time we've seen each other. How has business been since our last meeting?
Yeah, so as you know, it was crazy because we had Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of that. So it was hard. Our sales looked pretty similar during Black Friday, still decreasing, not as many customers as we'd like to see.
Sure.
So that was discouraging, but that's something that I think motivated me a lot to want to meet with you and want to hear more about how to improve that so we don't run into that in further years. I think the holidays are a big eye-opener for where business really is, because that's when people are doing their most shopping.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Well, it's sorry to hear. How long has this been really going on, or why don't you think that your sales have been where you wanted them to be recently?
Yeah, I don't know if I can really put a finger on exactly where things have been going wrong. I think it's a combination of a lot. And we've just seen a steady decline for the past 5 years. I think we lost our competitive advantage, and I've seen my employees just not be as motivated and not as happy as I want them to be.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's completely understandable. How do you think this has just kind of affected your business, like, as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, employee morale is the biggest part of our company. They're the ones that are interacting with the customers, so we really need them to be working at their best. And so we've had less staff because people are less inclined to work at our company, and our days are just slower because there are less customers coming in. So I'm really worried about the business, and especially as we keep mentioning, I want to pass it down to my kids.
Sure.
And this just isn't, the business isn't at a place where I feel comfortable doing that.
Absolutely. So what I'm hearing is just kind of your employees are just kind of slowly slipping, the sales, the morale, everything's just kind of on a low right now, and you just kind of want to get it back to where you started.
Yeah.
Absolutely. How do you think overcoming your competitors would benefit you in this company?
That's a great question. I think it would be a huge relief to me and my family. It would calm a lot of fears, but at this point I just don't know if it's achievable.
Yeah, absolutely. If we could find a way to increase your sales in the next year, how would this impact you as well?
I think just making me more confident in being able to suit the needs of my employees, be able to boost my sales, and then ultimately be able to retire within the next few years and begin the transition to pass the company along and hire new employees and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just what I'm hearing is you really want to get your competitive advantage back and kind of start increasing your sales again. I think what we put together is going to help you. We've seen it work in many other stores, and so I'm going to just kind of put it on the table, put some numbers in there, and just kind of see where your head's at with it right now.
Great.
So what our proposition is we would want to establish a mini Nike store concept within your sporting goods store. It would be an overall $500,000 investment for your 4 stores. It would be $125,000 per store. So with that, we also would just want to have a promise of a 20% increase in your sales in the next 3 years. And with that, that would cover our construction crew, the multiple shipments each quarter, and the filling the fixtures overall. So that's kind of just the overall grand scheme of things. We've done it in many other stores like yours before, and like I said, we've just seen it really improve sales, bring in lots more customers, attract new people, kind of just modernize the company a little bit and help in that aspect. So
I've heard from my competitors that they don't have to pay that full investment. How does that fit in for me, and why do I need to pay that when they don't have to?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a completely fair concern. What I would just say to that is just, unfortunately, this is just kind of the situation we're in right now. With the types of sales that you're having, it's just not quite feasible for us to be able to pay for it at first. Our goal is just to help you improve, and the way it's looking, this is the only way we could really afford it at this time. Of course, maybe in the future we'd be able to help out on our end financially, but just the way that we're looking at the sales and the numbers right now, we would just have to ask you to put in a little bit of investment, just because we can't afford it otherwise. Is that all right? Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to talk that through.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But it makes sense.
Oh, good. Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you have any other questions at this time?
Not at the moment.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. So what we kind of have seen as an overall just kind of benefit to this type of layout that we've seen in other stores, you'll have amazing product selections, more than you're having right now. I know that you've had kind of some trouble in the past of keeping or selling products and kind of having to put them on the discount end just because they're not selling. With this, you would have a lot more selections, a lot more sizes, a lot more breadth of colors for customers to want to come to your store, because they know that you have good selection, and so this would draw people in. Also, just the new modern display as well. It's very enticing, and with you being an older company, this would kind of bring a new, fresh set of items to your display, and this would really draw some people in. And again, just the Nike display as a whole, not many stores that are locally owned don't quite have this advantage, and you'd be able to step above them in that way. Obviously, just some advantages with that, you would be frequently stocked, which is a struggle we've been facing lately. This would also bring in a lot more customers and would appeal to them. And then the benefits, of course, we've seen this increase sales in many of the other stores that we put this in. and as well as you would be set above your competitors because you would have the family feel as well as the modern new product kind of feel too. And then you'd also have a faster turnover rate than you're having now. So that's kind of just the benefits of having this.
Great.
Does that look good for you right now? Awesome. And so I also just wanted to show you this. Some concerns that we usually get are people are skeptical of letting Nike step in their store. And so I just wanted to show you that we are what most people are coming into the store to look for. 22% right there. We are the favorite clothing by that much, and then footwear, we're just kind of killing the game there as well. And so yes, it might not attract other companies to come in like Adidas and Converse and things like that, but we are what people look for. And so it would definitely increase your sales when we have a huge display and a lot better selection for them to choose from.
So do you think it could take away from my sales of your competitors within my store?
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair concern, absolutely. But I would just say that we're not trying to prevent any other retailers from investing in Bob's Sporting Goods or putting a type of display in your store. We just want to be the first. And if you look at these numbers, I feel like this would be the best advantage to go through Nike, because it's been proven that we're the brand that's still kind of on top. But I would say that this wouldn't prevent you from having any other investors coming in or any other retailers coming in. We just want to be the first ones to do it. And if you do end up going with those other companies, I think it would be a great benefit overall. But I think if you stick with us first, I think that might help you more in the end.
Okay.
But, awesome. Any other questions going forward?
Not so far.
Okay, awesome. So let's talk numbers. So right now we've kind of looked at your current profits, and over the year they've been $800,000. We said earlier that it would be a $500,000 initial investment. We would do construction for 4 weeks. We would do all of it, and we would do it at night, so this wouldn't stop any of your sales throughout the day. Wouldn't prevent any customers coming in. It would all be overnight, and we'd get it done in 4 weeks. After looking at the new contract, it looks like the sales will be, or the profits I should say, will be about $1,200,000. Which is about a $400,000 annual profit increase just by doing this investment here. We calculated your ROI as well as your payback period of 869 days. So that's kind of how this would play out number-wise, is what we're estimating here right now. So.
Okay. I have a few questions before we move forward. So you mentioned that we need to keep my displays stocked more.
Mm-hmm.
Will that work with what I'm currently ordering? Or do I need to switch to more frequently? I'm hesitant about ordering more frequently.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I already have what I need right now.
Absolutely.
But I know, just talking to you, since we've been in contact since our last meeting, that's something you mentioned. So I'm just not sure where you sit on that right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I guess I totally understand where you're coming from. The thing that we've just kind of spoke about, me and my team, we decided that this was probably the best way that your Nike sales would increase. We just want you to always have the best goods in stock, and so even if they're coming in more frequently, it might be a little bit more expensive, but you're also going to be getting more options, more sizes. Also, it gives us a chance to fluctuate what's coming in. If some products aren't selling as well as others, then we can quickly just kind of cut that out of your store if it's not working and replace it with something that might sell. Right now, like I said, we've been struggling with selling products and having to discount them because they aren't selling. This would kind of prevent that and just kind of keep products moving in and out quicker and boosting your sales.
Okay. And I guess these questions kind of go together, but I am hesitant to do this because I know other sporting stores already have this implemented into their concepts, and I'm just not sure if I can be confident that
Yeah.
you guys are actually going to improve my business
Yeah.
and that I won't be investing all this money
Yeah.
with no payback.
Absolutely, and that's a completely fair concern. And so that's why we totally understand that you might need more time to talk about it. My side of things, what stood out to us about your company and why we are so motivated to make this happen for you is that we've seen how loyal and committed you are to your customers, which is something that those bigger stores lack. We think that you've kind of had a competitive advantage from the very beginning by having that family feel in a local setting. And so I think by investing in this, it will only help you to get you to where you were before rather than setting you back anyway. Like I said, we've put this in many other stores, also similar to yours, and we've seen nothing but improvement and growth from it. And so that's also where the trial package could come in. We could test it out for a little bit, see if it's working, see if you like it, and then we can go on with a full remodel in that section if that's what you would like to do. Any other questions with that?
All right.
Awesome. And so just kind of to show you what this will look like, this is an example that we've got from our Louisville, Kentucky store. It's Lancaster Sports. And Luke here, he was really skeptical, like you, was worried about investing all this money and it not working. But he's seen nothing but improvement in his profits. And he's been doing great ever since. And so we've really helped him out there. Also, Nick Nordstrom in our Seattle, Washington, Seattle Sports and Gear. He was really impressed with this as well. He loved the modern touches, the kind of new atmosphere that it brought to his store and bringing in all of his customers, which is something that we've been struggling in Bob's Sports as well. And then finally we have Amy Andrews from Ames Sporting Goods in Iowa here, and she had nothing but good things to say about it as well. Stepping up above her competition, sales, bringing customers, everything that we're kind of worrying about here, these have solved those kind of issues for other customers. Okay. So with that, that's all I really have for you in terms of information. Do you have any more questions at this time? Any more concerns that I can kind of help in making that decision for you?
Could you tell me a little bit about what the trial package includes?
Yeah, so what we kind of looked at here is we would give a little section of the new modern fixtures, signs to draw in customers, but not the full thing. Rather than a huge corner, we would almost probably just do like a small section in the front to see how it works. We would also give you a little bit of the insights on the new merchandise, the extra merchandising, and kind of start flipping from what we're doing now with that way we have a better chance of rotating in products that are actually selling. We probably won't do the full-on transition, but we can do a small one just to get a feel for how that would work for you. Did that answer your questions for that?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing the trial package, but I'm still a little hesitant, so I think I'm gonna have to talk it over with my family and my employees and just make sure that this is the best decision. But we're kind of at our last resort now, and so I do see this working and trusting you guys with that, but I just need some time to talk it over.
Absolutely, and that's totally understandable. I mean, we didn't really expect you to make a decision today. We know that it's a big decision to make, and so we're definitely willing to wait. As far as everything else goes, I know I went through a lot. I know you probably might have some questions here in the meantime. I just want to promise that we're doing this for your best interest and that we're trying to get this in good hands for you and your kids. And so with that, I think the best thing to do would probably just be to set up a meeting next Thursday. We can just do a phone call and see how things are going. But we probably don't need a decision until the end of the year. But with that, is there anything else I can help you with? Awesome. Well, I will see you next Thursday.
Sounds good.
Awesome. See you later.